Think about the last time you stood in a grocery store and stared at the price of chicken or eggs, or that tub of protein powder that somehow keeps getting smaller while the price keeps going up. Something has shifted, and most of us feel it. A quiet, creeping unease, the sense that the food system we were told to trust is becoming more expensive, more fragile, and harder to depend on every single year. Here's the belief we were all raised with. Protein means animals. Meat, eggs, livestock. If you don't have a farm, you're at the mercy of a supply chain. That's just the deal. Right? Wrong. And it's a belief that's been costing ordinary people real money for a long time. There are plants you can grow in a normal backyard, that produce protein levels genuinely comparable to meat. Some of them fix their own nitrogen, meaning they feed your soil at the same time they feed your family. Some produce harvests so dense, so efficient, that even a small plot can make a real difference to what ends up on your table. Imagine walking out your back door on a summer morning, cutting into a harvest you grew yourself, knowing your family's nutrition doesn't depend on a shelf, a supply chain, or a price tag. That feeling is closer than most people think. Some of the plants we're about to cover are far more productive than you'd ever expect, and the number one plant on this list has a protein content so surprisingly high that it genuinely stops people when they hear it. We're counting down the 10 best plants for building a real backyard protein strategy without a single animal involved. Let's start with number 10. Coming in at number 10, dry beans. Black beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, navy beans. If you've never thought of your bean patch as a serious protein garden, today that changes. Dry beans contain between 21 and 25 grams of protein per 100 grams of dried seed. That's a significant amount. Bush varieties are perfect for smaller gardens. No staking required, no fuss, and you can harvest roughly 1 to 2 kilograms of dried beans from a single square meter of growing space. They're also one of the most forgiving crops for beginners. Once dried, beans store beautifully for months, which means the protein you grow in summer can quietly feed your family through winter. Boil them, simmer them into soups, fold them into stews. They absorb flavor brilliantly and go with almost everything. But the next plant on this list does something extraordinary. It gives you two completely different harvests from one plant, and most gardeners have never thought to grow it. At number 9, meet amaranth. This ancient plant fed entire civilizations for thousands of years, and it deserves a serious place in the modern backyard. What makes amaranth remarkable is that you get two harvests in one. The leaves are nutritious and protein-rich, around 15 to 20 grams of protein per 100 grams when dried, and you can start harvesting them in as little as 30 days from planting. Then, as the season continues, the same plant produces seeds that deliver yet another dense protein harvest. Amaranth is also one of the easiest plants on this entire list to grow. It tolerates heat that would stress most other crops, thrives across a huge range of climates, and needs very little from you in return. The leaves cook beautifully like spinach. The seeds can be prepared like a grain and added to almost any meal. For sheer productivity and ease, amaranth is wildly underrated. But the next plant brings something rare to the table, something that even meat struggles to offer. Number 8 is quinoa. You've seen it on store shelves at eye-watering prices. Here's the part most people don't know. You can grow it yourself, and it thrives in both American and British gardens. Quinoa provides around 14 grams of protein per 100 grams of seed. But what makes it genuinely special is the quality of that protein. Quinoa contains all 9 essential amino acids, the ones your body cannot produce on its own. That makes it a complete protein. In the plant world, that is exceptionally rare. It actually prefers cooler growing conditions, which makes it an excellent crop for UK gardeners and those in the northern United States. Harvest arrives around 90 to 120 days after sowing, and once the seeds are rinsed and cooked, they work beautifully in salads, porridges, and side dishes of every kind. The next plant, though, is one many gardeners overlook completely, despite the fact that it quietly delivers one of the best protein-to-effort ratios on this entire list. Number 7 is lentils. Small, humble, and spectacularly efficient. Lentils carry around 25 grams of protein per 100 grams of dried seed, well ahead of crops that demand far more space and effort. They grow on compact, low-maintenance plants that fit perfectly into raised beds and smaller garden plots. A single square meter can realistically yield around a kilogram of dried lentils, and you're looking at harvest time between 80 and 110 days. Lentils are also rich in lysine, an amino acid that many plant foods simply don't provide in meaningful quantities. That makes them particularly valuable as part of a balanced protein strategy. They cook quickly, absorb spices brilliantly, and go into soups, dals, salads, and stews with ease. For protein per square foot of garden, few crops compete. Now, here's something worth pausing on, because the next plant is one that many of you are already growing, and most of you have no idea how much protein you've been sitting on. Number 6 is fava beans, called broad beans across the United Kingdom, where they've been a garden staple for generations. If you grow fava beans for their fresh green pods, you already know how satisfying they are. Sweet, buttery, absolutely delicious in spring. But dried fava beans contain around 25 grams of protein per 100 grams. That's a level most people simply don't associate with something this straightforward to grow. Here's the real advantage. Fava beans are cold hardy. In the UK, you can plant them in autumn. In the US, they go in early spring before most other crops are even thinking about germinating. That head start makes them one of the most reliable protein producers in the backyard calendar. They fix nitrogen as they grow, leaving your soil richer for everything that follows. If you're already growing fava beans and letting them end at the fresh pod stage, you're leaving serious nutrition on the table. The plant coming up next is one that's been overlooked in cooler climates, but it's worth every bit of effort you give it. Number 5 is chickpeas. The foundation of hummus, a beloved staple across dozens of cuisines worldwide, and one of the smartest plants you can add to your backyard protein strategy. Chickpeas provide 20 to 25 grams of protein per 100 grams of dried seed. They're also impressively drought tolerant, which makes them a genuinely smart choice as summers grow hotter and drier. They need a growing season of 90 to 120 days. But patient gardeners are rewarded with a versatile, storable harvest that works roasted as a snack, blended into dips, and stirred into warming winter stews. A moderate-level crop, but absolutely manageable with a little planning. Up next is a plant most people think of as a snack food, but the protein numbers are anything but casual. Number 4 might genuinely surprise you: peanuts. Technically a legume, despite the name, peanuts deliver around 26 grams of protein per 100 grams. They grow underground in a way that's endlessly fascinating to watch, and they produce an extraordinarily satisfying harvest. They suit warmer climates, USDA zones 7 to 10 in the US, and greenhouses or polytunnels in the UK. They need warm, loose soil and a growing season of at least 120 days, which makes them slightly more demanding than others on this list. But the payoff is worth it. Fresh roasted peanuts, homemade peanut butter, or simply eaten straight from the shell. Few harvests feel quite as rewarding. We're now entering the top 3. The protein levels ahead are seriously impressive. Number 3 is dry peas. And this is where things get genuinely exciting. Dry peas contain around 25 grams of protein per 100 grams. And what sets them apart is how ridiculously easy they are to grow. They're among the most beginner-friendly protein crops available. They love cool weather. They fix nitrogen brilliantly. Bush varieties deliver 1 to 2 kilograms of dried peas per square metre, and they're ready in as little as 60 to 90 days, one of the fastest protein harvests in the garden. Peas have sustained people through brutal winters for centuries. They will absolutely perform for your family too. But the plant coming up next takes protein to an entirely different level. Number 2 is soybeans. And at this point, we're in elite territory. Soybeans contain 36.5 grams of protein per 100 grams of raw seed. That is a genuinely extraordinary number for any plant. And like quinoa, soybeans deliver all 9 essential amino acids, making them a complete protein directly comparable to meat. They grow well across USDA zones 5 to 9 and in the warmer regions of the UK with proper care. They need around 120 days and appreciate warm soil, but a well-managed plot can yield 1 to 3 kilograms of dried soybeans per square metre. Eat them fresh as edamame. Dry them for storage. Make tofu. Blend them into milk. Soybeans are arguably the most useful single protein plant a backyard gardener can grow. But there is one plant that edges ahead of even the soybean, and most people have never even heard of it. Number 1 is lupin beans. If this is the first time you've come across them, prepare to be genuinely amazed. Lupin beans contain 36 grams of protein per 100 grams, right alongside soybeans. But lupins bring a combination of qualities that makes them truly extraordinary for backyard growing. They're remarkably hardy. They grow across a wide range of soils. They thrive in USDA zones 5 through 9 and handle the British climate with ease, making them one of the few top-tier protein crops that works beautifully on both sides of the Atlantic. Their nitrogen fixation is aggressive and highly effective, meaning every lupin crop you grow actively rebuilds your soil for future seasons. They're high in fibre, folate, and iron alongside all that protein. Lupin flour is emerging as a popular ingredient in low-carb baking. The beans can be boiled, marinated, and eaten as a satisfying snack. And as a combined soil improver and protein powerhouse, nothing else on this list quite matches what the lupin delivers. Quick recap before we go. 10. Dry beans, reliable and storable. 9. Amaranth, leaves and seeds in one. 8. Quinoa, the complete protein. 7. Lentils, space-efficient and powerful. 6. Fava beans, the cold hardy classic. 5. Chickpeas, drought-tolerant and versatile. 4. Peanuts, a warm climate gem. 3. Dry peas, fast and beginner-friendly. 2. Soybeans, the elite complete protein. And at number 1, lupin beans, the most impressive backyard protein crop on the planet. Here's the truth. You don't need a farm. You don't need livestock. You don't even need a lot of space. What you need is the right plants. And now you have a list of 10 of the most powerful ones in existence. Even a small backyard, planted thoughtfully, can produce meaningful, real nutrition for your family. That kind of independence isn't a fantasy reserved for homesteaders with acres of land. It's a practical choice you can begin making this growing season. So, which of these 10 plants would you try growing first? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if this changed the way you think about your garden, hit like and subscribe. There's a lot more where this came from.